Welcome to the Insurance Agents and Brokers Podcast.
Hello, I am Megan Fioretta, Brand Manager for IA&B. This is the audio version of the Coverage Corner column from the February 2023 Primary Agent Magazine. This month's column is entitled Freezing Exclusions and the RTFP Principle by Bill Wilson, CPCU, ARM, AIM, AAM. I live in Tennessee, a locale not known for frigid winters, although we do often have extended periods of weather where temperatures do not get above freezing, as well as occasional nights where the temperature drops to single digits and in rare instances, negative numbers. While this does not normally present a major indoor property damage exposure due to freezing, unless there is an extended power outage, we practice loss prevention by insulating pipes, including wrapping, outdoor faucets, and hydrants in the winter. But what happens if these efforts are not successful? A fixture bursts and property is damaged. Does our homeowner's insurance cover this? We'll discuss in more detail, but by and large, as long as we exercise reasonable care to maintain heat in buildings where plumbing is located, we're covered for property damage arising from freezing. But what happens if plumbing outside a building freezes? Some homeowners have outdoor plumbing fixtures more elaborate than simple faucets and hydrants. For example, both of my next-door neighbors happen to be retired transplants from the Northeast, and both have hot tubs, one in-ground and one above ground. The latter hot tub has a fairly extensive amount of exposed plumbing. My neighbor insulates it as best he can, and so far has not experienced any freezing damage. But what happens if he does? Does his homeowner's insurance cover resulting damage due to freezing? As usual, the answer to this question depends on the specific wording of the homeowner's policy in question. And the only way to answer this, or any coverage question, is to apply the RTFP principle. That is, read the policy. Let's explore this issue in the context of a claim I consulted on a few years ago with the exact scenario of an above-ground hot tub exposed to several days of extreme, virtually unprecedented freezing weather while the homeowners were out of town for a few days. The homeowner's policy in question was an Insurance Services Office, or ISO HO 0003 form, which had this exclusion. Freezing of a plumbing, heating, air conditioning, or automatic fire protective sprinkler system, or of a household appliance, or by discharge, leakage, or overflow from within the system or appliance caused by freezing. This provision does not apply if you have used reasonable care to A, maintain heat in the building, or B, shut off the water supply and drain all systems and appliances of water. So, freezing is excluded unless the insured either shuts off the water and drains the system and appliances or maintains heat in the building. The insured does not have to do both of these things, just one of them. Needless to say, since the hot tub is used throughout the winter, the plumbing system and hot tub have not been drained of water. However, the insured did maintain heat in the dwelling. Wait a minute, I know what you're thinking. Whether or not the dwelling was heated had no impact whatsoever on whether or not exterior plumbing might freeze. Well, for better or worse, and this can work for or against the insured, common sense sometimes does not enter into insurance claims. The policy language clearly, conspicuously, and unambiguously says, if you take reasonable care to maintain heat in the building, the freezing exclusion does not apply. Again, this doesn't really make any practical sense, and it seems unfair for the insurer to pay such a claim. But alas, the insurer's only option is to modify the insurance contract language to exclude such losses in the future if that's their intent. So, do you have customers with outdoor plumbing exposures? If so, does their insurer cover such losses, or must they rely solely on alternative risk management approach? Bill Wilson is the founder and CEO of InsuranceCommentary.com and the author of 7 books, including When Worlds Collide, Resolving Insurance Coverage and Claims Disputes. He can be reached at bill@insurancecommentary.com. This has been the February 2023 Coverage Corner column. Bill Wilson is the founder and CEO of insurancecommentary.com and the author of 7 books, including When Worlds Collide, Resolving Insurance Coverage and Claims Disputes. He can be reached at bill@insurancecommentary.com. If you are interested in learning more about coverage and attending one of our continuing education seminars, please visit iab4me.com for more information. Thank you for listening.
Insurance Agents and Brokers is the premier resource and champion for independent insurance agencies in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware. For more information, visit iab4me.com.